Most people at one time or another dream of owning an expensive car. It's one of the ultimate aspirations in life. Kids around the world have posters on their walls of their favourites and dream one day what it'd be like to have a spin in one. Only a few very lucky people in the world get to live out this dream and get behind the wheel of a supercar. And only 10 in the world are lucky enough to own the cars that are on this list today. Because today what we're looking at isn't your average poster Ferrari. We're counting down the most expensive cars in the world. That means taking a closer look at the rarest of high-performing, beautifully designed, kitted out to the max vehicles that scream exclusivity. We'll tell you the cars, the cost and the specs before revealing the number one most expensive car in the world. But beware, if you fancy owning one, you better have a bank account to bankroll a small country. Remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel to see plenty more luxurious videos just like this one. But for now, let's look at the top 10 most expensive cars in the world. At number 10 we have the Pagani Huayra BC. This Pagani is the first car on our list, and also the most expensive the Italian manufacturer has ever made. The BC is lighter than the standard Huayra, thanks to the use of carbon fibre and lightweight alternatives. And as a rule, the lighter the chassis, the more expensive the car. It gets its name from Benny Caiola, who was an Italian investor who was close friends with Horacio Pagani, the carmaker's founder. Benny was also Horacio's first customer. The car is fitted with a 6-litre V12 that provides its huge 790 brake horsepower. To own this kind of power will set you back $2.7 million. And this is only number 10 on the list. Imagine what the others must be like. Or just keep watching as we move on to number 9. It wouldn't be a list of fast cars without a Ferrari, and its fastest offering, excluding F1 of course, is the Pininfarina Sergio. Ferrari first debuted this as a concept car in 2013 in tribute to the passing of Sergio Pininfarina, the son of supercar maker Battista Pininfarina. Only 6 of these have ever been built, which adds to their massive value, as well as the naturally aspirated 4.5-litre V8 and 562 brake horsepower that sends the rear wheels. The Sergio has been sold to lucky individuals from across the globe, hand-picked by Ferrari. The first car was sent to the United Arab Emirates, followed by 3 going to collectors in the US, 1 to Japan, and the final one to Switzerland. Wherever they went, they were expensive, at close to $3 million each. Another supercar giant on the list now, as we look at the Aston Martin Valkyrie. Now, as you probably know, Aston Martin is no stranger to fast cars, but this one is on another level. The Valkyrie is a result of a British technical partnership between Aston Martin and Red Bull Racing, with the aim of making a roadworthy supercar that can also perform like no car before it on a racetrack. To give the car a little helping hand, the team gave the Valkyrie a 6.5-litre Cosworth V12 engine, producing 1,160 brake horsepower. All this comes at a cost, $3.1 million. There are only 100 road-legal versions of the car to be snapped up, on top of 25 track offerings. Not that the road cars would look out of place on a track. At number 7, the Lykan Hypersport, built by W Motors of Lebanon. This is the first Arab supercar, and it looks like something Batman would drive. With its distinctive Batmobile-esque angular design and massive right-angle brake lights on the rear, it looks very eye-catching indeed. The headlights are also made from over 215-carat diamonds, which would help explain the $3.3 million price tag. That, and it has the power behind it. A rear-mounted 3.7-litre engine powers the back wheels, producing 780 brake horsepower and giving it a 0 to 62 miles per hour time of 2.8 seconds. One of these models is owned by the UAE government and has been converted into a police car that you really wouldn't want to be getting into a chase with. Just before we enter the top 5 now, we're going to look at one of the most recognisable cars in modern high performance, the Bugatti Veyron, but built by German tuning house Mandori Veyron. One of the several customized Bugatti Veyron models, this is the most expensive at nearly $3.5 million. It's powered by the same engine that made the standard Veyron the most powerful production car in the world when it was launched in 2005. A quad turbocharged 8-litre W16 gives the car a massive 1,200 brake horsepower and a top speed of 253 miles an hour. But what makes this car unique is the reworking. It's been given a new body kit and interior panels that are both etched with historical events, such as the Targa Florio, a legendary racing event in Sicily. We're halfway through our list now, so just a reminder to like this video if you're enjoying it, and remember to subscribe to get the latest videos on luxury straight to your inbox. But now, on with the top 10 most expensive cars in the world. In at number 5 is the McLaren P1 LM. This is from the company Lansante and their spin on the McLaren P1 GTR. It's called the P1 LM as a reference to the car upon which it's based. Power comes from the 3.8-litre twin-turbo V8 and electric motor housed in a gold-plated engine bay, working together to produce 968 brake horsepower. They've also made the car 132 pounds lighter than the original P1 GTR and tweaked it to generate more downforce and power. All this tweaking racks up the price tag to $3.5 million. Before we get to the top 3, we need to look at another staple in the world of supercars, Lamborghini, and their offering of the Veneno Roadster. Lamborghini created the Veneno, or Poison in Spanish, to celebrate its 50th birthday, and looks like they had quite the party. It looks crazy and it moves crazy fast. It'll reach 60 miles per hour from standstill in under 3 seconds, fired by its 6.5-litre V12 and 740 brake horsepower. Only 9 of these party cars have ever been made, with one reselling for around about $10.3 million, more than 200% of its original value. Off the shelf they were asking for $3.4 million, cheaper, but not exactly cheap. In at number 3 is the Koenigsegg CC-XR Trevita. The Trevita translates as 3 whites, in reference to the unique materials used to create it. This is a limited edition of the Koenigsegg CC-XR. Limited edition means pricey, and speaking of pricey, in what was a world first in 2009, the car maker created a diamond-coated carbon fibre finish to give the car a sparkling silvery white appearance. 3 CC-XR Trevita models were planned originally, but this dropped to just 2 because of the time needed to manufacture the special carbon fibre. As one of the rarest cars in the world, the price tag increased to $4.7 million. It has the performance to match that as well, with a 3.8-litre V8 and 1,018 brake horsepower, firing it from 0 to 62 in 2.9 seconds. Our number 3 might have been rare, but our number 2 can do better. The Rolls-Royce Sweeptail is a one-off on our list, commissioned by an anonymous buyer in 2013. It draws inspiration from the manufacturer's vintage models and, believe it or not, luxury yachts. The main feature isn't the 6.75-litre V12 under the hood, but the central console housing a bottle of champagne, all very fitting with the Rolls-Royce image of absolute luxury. Luxury that will cost you a staggering $12.7 million. All this is impressive, but doesn't touch our number 1 offering. For that, we go back to the king of expensive cars, Bugatti, with La Voiture Noir, translated as the black car. La Voiture Noir was unveiled at 2019's Geneva Motor Show as a tribute to the manufacturer's Type 57 SC Atlantic from the 30s. And with a 1,500 brake horsepower 16-cylinder engine, what a way to pay tribute. Rumour has it that the car's owner is Ferdinand Petsch, former chairman of Volkswagen Group, the company behind Bugatti. If he is the lucky man, then he would have had to part with $18.5 million to own the most expensive car in the world. So that wraps up our list of expensive cars. Which is your favourite? Why not let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, give us a like. If you want to see more top quality videos on luxury, Be sure to hit that subscribe button and you'll get the latest videos straight to your mailbox. Thanks again for watching and stay luxurious.